It's wow. Standing in front of you, it's just amazing. As I think back, 12 months ago. The storyteller, she's been telling stories all week. Well, I'm going to take the time to tell you a story. So if you allow me, I'm going to tell you my story. And I hope it inspires you to be up on this stage. So years ago, well, first of all, I was born in the 70s. I don't look like I'm born in the 70s. So the first day we had 70s music. The 80s was a cool year. So the second day we had 80s music. I wasn't a cool kid. I was a computer geek. I went to school, I got a degree in information technology, a minor in computer science. So I was that guy in the back doing a lot of computer stuff, and then I ended up coming to an association, and I was developing their registration database. And then I got a feel for this industry, meetings. I started to travel with the meetings department. So I was like, let me try to get into this field. Let me learn what I can learn and maybe move up. But there was no education. When I was in school, there was no hospitality management degree or anything like that. So the students I met, you are fortunate to have that type of education. I didn't have that. So where I came was PCMA. I came and I sat in that back room and watched the speaker talk about the different things that's going on in his career. I went to the sessions and I said, look, I am inspired. I need to do more. So years ago, and I think I've told many people this, I sat back there and said, I want to be on this stage one day. So I started my dream then. So I moved my way up. I was in the Capital chapter. Where's my Capital chapter friends? So I met many people, shook a lot of hands, as I did throughout this week. I hope I shook everybody's hand. I told you we'll try to do that. And I networked, and people grabbed me and said, hey, you look like you know what you're doing. You look like a hard worker. And I am a hard worker. And stepping back, when I was growing up, I had many jobs. I did so many jobs, it was ridiculous. Because first of all, as you can see, I can't sit still. And I was continually moving. So I probably had 4 jobs at one time. And I actually, by doing that, I paid for my way through college because I just couldn't sit still. So going back to PCMA, Capital chapter, moved my way up through the chapter, became program chair, then came the Capital chapter president. At the same time, again, I can't sit still. I'm doing stuff on the headquarter level. And I got on the program committee, became the program chair for the 2006 convening leaders, which I think was one of the best, until this one. And then I got on the board. And I was okay, maybe this is going to happen. Maybe what I said years ago is going to really happen. So I was on the board, and I've been on the board almost 8 years now through the many positions and so forth. And you guys gave me the opportunity to be a chair. And I am blessed to be here to be your chair. So I wanted to tell you that story, hopefully inspire you to be up here one day. Because one other thing I didn't mention, and I haven't mentioned this entire year, when I was here years ago, there were not many like me at this conference. So I want to say that I'm the first in looking like me, and you know what I look like. There hasn't been any other ones like me. And I hope there'll be many more. So, as I said, 12 months has passed. It's been an amazing year. I'm honored to serve you as PCMA chair. And a year ago, I talked about 4 important goals for my year. You saw this action on Monday. First one is the emerging leaders. That was amazing for us. We honored 20 individuals. This was on Monday, the 20s in our 20s class. If you look around you, you'll see in the makeup of these people here in this room, you have a lot of emerging leaders. We broke convening leaders' participation record. We broke records. That is unbelievable. And I'm a competitive guy, so I hope this record doesn't get broken, Chris, wherever you are. Second, brought technology to you. Now, you guys know Deborah. Deborah has a flip phone. She doesn't know anything about technology. We're lucky we have individuals around her that do know technology to help us bring her up to the 21st century. So what I did, we advanced technology through our PCMA resources, provided education here. As you know, at the Tech Central, you were able to see a lot of technology. We launched a brand new website. Within the website was Catalyst. I don't know if you noticed it was a voiceover. I did that voiceover because I kept hearing that people were not getting on Catalyst. So I did this voiceover to help you learn how to navigate Catalyst. And hopefully you were listening to it. I tried to do it in a radio voice so you can listen to it in the morning or the evening before you go to bed. We relaunched our online learning center, PCMA 365. And we are doing the News Junkie, which is great. I mean, you get that every day. I love that. I feel so smart because I get in the morning before I'm coming to work, and I come in and I'm like, hey, I heard about this. And I said, where the hell you learn that from? I was like, well, oh, wait a minute. I said I wasn't going to curse. I said it. Remember that. But it's making us smarter. As I stated earlier, we have Tech Central, where we experience here this week with tech experts, educational sessions on hands-on demand. So we really hit it home in terms of technology. Our third goal is to have a think globally, ensure growth for both PCMA and our own organization. We not only brought Global Nation here to Convening Leaders, we took it on the road. And I remember this because I was in London this year. We did a medical summit, and I was knighted King Lord White. And we're going to continue to take it on the road with programs in Jordan, Oman, and Asia Pacific, and expand our virtual rebroadcast to Europe and Asia. Now this one right here, this is the last one. This was the big one. Because as I stated to you guys, we're not coming together as an industry, coming together as one voice. We're not advocating as well as we should. So I said then we need to get a group of our industry partners to come together with that one voice. So advocacy was my fourth goal, to increase awareness about the importance of face-to-face meetings. We made great strides creating an advocacy central. Hopefully you was able to participate there, where we provided information, alerts, and paths to political decision makers. We supported the enhancements of the industry business forum for local leaders. Meetings means business. If you were here, you would have saw the press conference yesterday where we had all of those representatives from all the different organizations talking about we are now going to speak from one voice, which is phenomenal. We're updating our economic significance study, and you'll see the results of this support come to life throughout 2014. Now, most importantly, as I stated earlier, and you guys deal with this all the time, your family members call you and say, hey, can you get me a room somewhere? Because they don't know what we do. Well, my mother's here. Mom, can you stand up? Now, Mom, I got 4,000 people here. Do you know what I do? She says somewhat. Well, it's been an ambitious year. These were just a few of the highlights. None of this would have been possible without the support of many people. My family, which includes my mother, who you met, my grandmother, who's here too, my son, my daughter, my lovely wife, and my sister. They've all come to see me. Unfortunately, my father and brother could not make it, but we're taping so they'll be able to see this. And now it's time for our next chapter. Let's bring up your 2014 Chairman of the Board, Chris Wakey.
Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you, Chris.
Good morning, everyone. Isn't Johnny's story just incredible? What an incredible story. You know, the story is inspirational for all of us, but you know, he touched on a few of the things, the accomplishments of this year. Johnnie has had an amazing year, and he's been an incredible leader for PCMA and an inspiration for many, many of us. Johnnie, on behalf of PCMA, the PCMA members, and the entire industry, thank you for your energy, your enthusiasm, your dedication, and most of all, your incredible leadership this year for all of us. A nice applause for John.